What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and I want to say happy New Year's. Today is the first day of 2020, so it's actually kind of crazy how the whole year has passed, and just kind of like my videos on YouTube, I never really thought I was gonna be consistent and keep on posting videos, but I'm thankful that I kept making videos. And this year 2020, I'm not saying I'm gonna be making a video every week, but I'm gonna do my best to try to post a little more consistent. Thank you guys so much if you guys been with us since or throughout this year, this past year 2019. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys taking some of your time and also sharing your guys' feedback. But today I want to jump right into it. I want to talk about audio and having better audio for your videos. I feel like audio is very important and is something that I do want to share with you guys because I've seen a lot of videos where they look amazing. There's great exposure, great color grading, great edits, but then the audio just sounds like there was no effort whatsoever on trying to make it sound at least decent. So I don't know if it's just like people are just scared to jump into audio and learning at least the basics, not trying to learn everything about audio, but at least how to get some decent audio recording. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, I'm going to share with you guys the two ways I capture audio and the two microphones that I've been using for the past 2 years. They work very good for me, and these two microphones that I'm going to share with you guys work very good for two different things. I have a lavalier microphone, which just clips on to my sweater, as you guys can see right now. That's what I'm using. And then I also have a shotgun microphone that I also use for interviews or just sit down videos like the way I'm doing right now. That one's actually right above me. And they both work very good, but they're good for two different things or two different uses. So the lavalier microphone that I'm actually using right now is the Tascam DR-10L. This microphone right here, I've been using for a little over a year, and this thing honestly is worth every penny. And I think right now it's on sale. It's going for like $150 or $170, but I bought this for 200 bucks, but it's really good. It's honestly a very good sounding microphone. Not only is it a microphone, but it's also a recorder, and it's this small and it's really light. I actually, before this, my first recorder I bought was a Tascam, and it was like a big box. And that thing was horrible. You had to put in there like 8 different batteries, and it would only last for like 15 to 20 minutes. It was just scary to use because the battery it would run out a lot. But this little recorder uses a AAA battery, which will last you up to 10 hours. It records up to 48K, and it's also recording 24-bit audio, which is a very professional format. It also records in WAV format, and it also has MP3 files. One of the cool things about this recorder is that it does dual recording, which records 2 simultaneously separate files that let you record to 2 different levels, which that is a lifesaver. The reason why that's so good is because if I'm recording a video, if I'm out shooting a wedding and somebody has the lavalier microphone, they're speaking at a certain level, and then out of nowhere they start getting very loud, they might just clip. And when they clip, it sounds really bad, and you cannot go back and fix that. Once the recorder clips, that's it. There's no going back. For it to help you not clip, you could record a separate track and put that at a lower level. So whenever you do clip, you could use the second audio backup track and you can replace it. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but it does come in handy, and I have used it. Not a lot. I don't use it all the time, but I always record 2 separate tracks just in case I do need to recall the other audio track. Another thing that's really cool about this small recorder is that it has a headphone output on this recorder, which again, I never really use it as much because I set my input levels, and once I have it set, I usually use the same levels for a lot of the people that I'm recording. It usually varies about the same. There's only a few bad things about this, which they're not really a deal breaker, but since this is a recorder, you do have to use batteries. But like I said, the batteries do last a very long time, so it's not really a big issue. Another thing is that you do have to use a micro SD cards, and since it's using micro SD cards, you gotta have like an adapter or another SD card adapter that you can plug this into to get it into your computer. Another thing I do want to say is that the SD card that I'm using for this, not all micro SD cards work. You got to use a 32 gigabyte or smaller SD card, and the one that I'm using is the SanDisk Ultra. I will leave a link of this micro SD card down in my bio if you guys do want to get one. But if you guys buy this recorder, it actually, I think it comes already with an SD card included, plus like a pair of headphones. So you get everything you need. Another thing you guys want to remember is that when you guys are using this small recorder, since it is an external recorder, you guys will have your audio from your camera, which is going to sound like junk, but then you will also have your audio from this external recorder, which will sound professional. You guys just got to make sure you guys sync your audio in post. And usually the way I sync my audio, I will make a clap, and when I have that clap, I will look at it on my timeline from my raw audio, and then I will also get my external recorded audio, and I will look for that clap, and I will just sync those two together, and that's how I sync my audio with my video. So that's me using the lavalier, which I do have plugged in, and I'm actually letting you guys hear how it sounds right now. The other microphone that I want to talk about is the shotgun microphone that I have, which I'm going to switch over to the Rode NTG3B, which I have up here, and I will switch it over right now. So now you guys are actually hearing the Rode NTG3. The Rode NTG3 is honestly sounds a lot better. It sounds a lot more natural, is a lot more professional. But then you guys would probably think like, all right, well, if this one's a lot better, a lot more professional, then why am I still using this little small recorder and not just stick with this one? Well, this one uses a whole different purpose, and I use it for something else that probably wouldn't work as good as when I'm using the small lavalier microphones. The small lavalier microphones are very convenient, and if you guys are moving a lot, or if your subject is running up and down and he wants to go from one place to another place and still be recorded with good audio, you don't want to have this Rode NTG3 running around. Just is not convenient, is not fun, and it's gonna be a pain in the back if you guys are trying to record audio with this shotgun microphone. So these little small recorders, you just clip it on and you put it on the belt, and these guys can just run around, or if you're doing a wedding, they got you covered. This microphone, I use it for right now when I'm doing interviews or I'm sitting down. I'm not really gonna be moving a lot. I can set the microphone up and I can leave it set and done. And the audio coming from this microphone sounds a lot better. Why? Because this is a condenser microphone. So condenser microphones, you do need to plug it in. It's an XLR condenser microphone that's plugged in directly into my camera, which I'm using the C200. And another thing you guys want to have in mind, since it's a condenser microphone, you guys need to have phantom power on your preamps. If you guys are not using something like the C200, if you guys are using like a GH5 or any other type of camera, keep in mind that you guys need to have an external recorder that lets you record phantom power if your camera doesn't have that option. So make sure you guys look into that before buying this microphone if you guys are interested. So another thing about this Rode NTG3 is that this microphone is a super cardioid. And what that means is that it's very directional to your subject or to wherever it is that you're pointing the mic towards. So what does that mean is that it will reject a lot of the background noise or anything going on in the back of me or in the back of the microphone or in the side. And literally whatever it is pointed towards, it will pick that up really good. Actually, I might be able to show you guys. I'm pointing the microphone away, so it's probably gonna sound a little muffled and it's not gonna be as clear. But as I'm gonna twist the microphone, now I'm actually gonna be pointing it towards me. It gets very directional and it's probably gonna sound really bright, very clear, and my voice is gonna sound like I have a deep voice. That's the good thing about these microphones, that they're very directional. They work very professional to where you want to point it at, and it's going to do the job. So yeah, guys, that's how I'm using this shotgun microphone. I am going to make a follow-up video to this, and I will show you guys how I mix my audio in Final Cut Pro. If you guys got any questions on mixing audio or how to tweak up audio, how to make your vocals sound a lot better, let me know down in the comments what type of information you guys want to know so I can cover that on my follow-up video with this audio topic. Another thing is I do have my own audio presets that I use. The audio presets that I have saved that I created was the Tascam and also a Rode NTG3 preset. Why? Because I've been using these mics for over like almost 2 years, and I noticed that everybody's voice is different. Nobody's voice is the same, but I always end up, my tweaks look very similar. And I'm like, all right, cool. This is a very good starting point for me. So I always drop in my audio preset and it sounds really good from the get-go. And if I got to tweak up any little small details, I'll go ahead and tweak it up. I'll show you guys my preset. I'll show you guys how I'm using it on my follow-up video. And at the end of the video, if you guys do want to get that preset, let me know. And I'm thinking of maybe probably making it available for you guys. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, one last thing before you guys go. Make sure you guys hit the like, the subscribe button, and share this video. But one last thing is I do have, or actually we just launched our podcast. So our podcast is live. I will leave a link down in my bio so you guys can follow us on our podcast. Our podcast is called V2020 Podcast. I will leave a link down there. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for your support. God bless you guys. I'll catch you guys on our next video.